Okay, I think we can start. Once again, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Namaste. So if you saw my post on Facebook, today's practice is going to be kind of like a peak pose type of practice. So we will be working up to Parivritta Janu Sirsasana. That's the revolved head to knee pose. This one, right? So there are, just make yourself comfortable seated for now. This is actually a really excellent pose. It's one of the classic poses of Hatha Yoga, and it's widely used in classic Hatha Yoga because it's a very multi-layered pose that stretches and strengthens different parts of the body, preparing the body for sitting long periods of time, and only healthy and strong body can do that. So this is kind of like a shortcut, one of the shortcuts of the classical Hatha Yoga that does a lot, can do a lot in a short period of time. So what does it do? Among other things, it strengthens the diaphragm, it mobilizes and strengthens the core and stretches everything in the core area. That means from the knees up to the neck. And it's also recommending, one of the recommended poses for C-shaped scoliosis. All right, we're ready to start, I believe. So let's start in Makarasana, the crocodile position. Alternatively, if you're not comfortable on your belly, lie down on your back in Shavasana. So the crocodile, we want to lie down on the belly, stack the forearms, and rest the forehead on your stacked arms. Let's use this just a couple of minutes here. Use this pose for centering, bringing the awareness into the body, and just in general, sensing how your body and your mind are today. Remember, no judgment. You are an observer, a neutral observer. So now I'm going to be silent just a little bit, and you bring your awareness to yourself, to your body, to your mind, and to your breath. Relax. Notice if there is any gripping or holding somewhere as you breathe. Now allow yourself to slowly start deepening the inhalation and then matching the exhalation to the inhalation. Good. And now extend both arms next to your ears over the head for full prostration. And now here, start reaching the fingertips away from you and the toes away. So you're giving yourself a full body stretch here. But again, it's a gentle effort. Don't try too hard. Good. And now stay in the full prostration, arms over the head, legs, stretching out the legs and all the joints, the shoulders, the hips, elbows, knees, wrists, ankles. And now let's take 3 5-second breaths here. So 5-second inhalation and 5-second exhalation. Start gently engaging your abdominals on the exhalation, pulling the belly towards the spine as you exhale. Gently waking up the core. Okay, and now, just as you are with your arms stretched over the head, roll over onto your right side, like this. You will need to tighten up the core a little bit here so you're not wobbly. Good, then back onto the belly and onto the other side. Good. Come back onto the belly again and then roll over onto your back for leg and hip stretches. And here you will need the your strap or your scarf or whatever you're using. Shirt, towel. Okay, so wrap your strap around your left foot, or for some people, maybe you can even hold your foot, your toes. A lot of it depends on the proportions of the body and the flexibility, of course, too. Okay, so wrap your strap around your left leg. Now flex the foot, point the heel to the sky, and then try to keep your shoulders down. If you have enough length of the strap, shoulders down. Okay, so the strap is pretty taut. Let's bend and straighten the knee a couple of times, just gentle. Okay. And now really push the foot into the strap, push the heel into the sky, bring the leg maybe a little bit closer to you. As far as the right leg, you can have the knee bent or you can extend the knee. Actually, since it's so early in the practice, let's keep the right knee bent. Unless you really feel like you need to straighten your right leg. Okay, now holding the strap in your left hand, open the leg to the left. Breathe here. Good. And then on the next inhalation, bring the leg back up, switch hands in the center, and here you will need to extend the right leg and take your left leg to the right. Let your left hip come off the ground and extend your left arm away from you. And again, if you need to bend that left knee here slightly, as long as you're feeling the stretch on the outside of the left hip, you're good. Good. And then on the next inhalation, bring that the left leg back up. Now holding with both hands, pull the left leg towards the chest a little bit more. Again, you can bend the knee as much as you need to here for feeling the stretch in the back of the left leg. Right? Right. Good. And then bring your right leg up to meet the left. Put it in the loop. And release the left leg, the left foot down, or just switch legs in any manner that works for you. Okay. Let's keep the left knee bent here. Again, flex that right foot, relax the shoulders down. Point the right heel to the sky. Okay, so you're holding the strap with both hands, and now bend and straighten the right knee a couple of times. All right, and then hold both hands with your right hand. Take your right leg to open the hip to the right. Keep the left side down. Now, on the inhalation, bring that leg back up. And then switch hands and take your leg to the left, extending the right arm away from you. Check in with your breathing. Good. And on the inhalation, bring the leg back up. And pull it towards the chest. Breathe. Good. And then release. So set the strap down for now, and then bend your knees, roll over to one side, and come up to seated. To Sukhasana, the easy cross-legged position. Feel free to sit on something. Okay, we'll continue with our warm-up. Okay, let's start with a few cat-cow movements here in the seated position. Inhaling, arching the back, drop the shoulders, lift the chest. You can lift the chin slightly if you wish. And then exhaling, pushing the kidneys back, tuck the chin in, shoulders forward. Inhale, extend, chest is open, reaching to the sky. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Continue with your own breath at your own pace. Also listening to the feedback from your spine. What is it saying today? One more time in each shape. Good. And then we're going to add on, so we'll continue arching and rounding the back, but we're going to add the torso roll. So over the left knee, inhale, arch the back, move across to the right, and then round the back, push back on the exhalation. About 3 in each direction. So change the direction now. So complete the same number of rotations in each direction and then come to center. Okay, coming to tabletop. All right, just very briefly register your neutral spine, abdominals in. Okay, let's do this here. Do something to counter the roundness in the upper back, which we most of us have it. Okay, so stabilize the pelvis. You will not be moving the pelvis. Engage the abdominals. Shoulders over the wrists. Okay, and now just inhale, lift the chin, drop the shoulder blades down towards the waist. And then exhale, come back to neutral spine. Again, lift the chin, drop the shoulder blades into the body. And then exhale, neutral. One more time like that. And come to neutral spine once again. Right, next is our lunge series. So if you want to use the blocks here, please do so. Take your right foot forward. You can support your hands on the blocks. I find this really, really helpful. This is a lot more enjoyable to rest the hands on the blocks, at least for me. Okay, so we want to have a long spine. We want to drop the hips down and open the chest. 3 breaths. Okay, on the next inhalation, come up, upright yourself. So the hips are still pressing down, but not as low as before. The hands are stacked. Let me turn around here. Okay. The hands are stacked on the thigh. Now really push that left hip forward, right hip to the back, scissor the legs. Good, that stabilizes the pelvis. Okay, now on the inhalation, let's bring the arms up. Good, and then on your next exhalation, release the right arm down, let it just hang there, and the side bend to the right. Left arm over the head. Good, and now start twisting to your right. Bring your left elbow on top of the left thigh, and now stack the hands and really press into the hands. And watch what it does with your right shoulder, how it helps to move the right shoulder back. Good, and then come back to center, bring the hands down, back to tabletop, all fours, and step that right knee back. Yeah, and then take your left foot forward. So low lunge on this side. Same thing here on this side. So watch your front leg so the knee is not going ahead of the ankle. Pressing the hips down, elongating the spine, opening the chest, opening the heart. Good. Now on the inhalation, come up, adjust as needed. So stacking the shoulders over the hips. The knee, right knee and the shin and the left foot are firmly pressed into the mat. Very strong core. So the right hip is pushing forward, left hip back. On the inhalation, bring the arms up, drop the hips a little bit. You can look up if that works for you. And now on the exhalation, release the left hand down and the side bend to the left. Keep the core strong. There's an element of balance here. So we want to keep this area, the pelvic area, tight, but not too tight. Good. And now bring that right elbow either on top or on the outside of the left leg. Stack the hands and firmly press them into each other. Good. Come back to center. And take the hands down, take that left knee down, and push back into child's pose. So take your knees apart, bring the arms over the head, drop the forehead down, and now cup your hands so only the fingertips are on the floor. And lift the armpits away from the mat. Okay, take 3 very deep, slow breaths and watch the kidney area expand on the inhalation. Okay, good. Now bring your hands underneath your shoulders, push yourself up, and then we're coming to standing. Do it slowly and mindfully. Okay. Now face the long side of your mat and take your feet out wide. So we're gonna do a series of standing poses, and the first one is gonna be warrior 2. You probably know how wide you need to take your feet out for your warrior 2. So here we go. A second. Okay. Take your feet out wide and parallel. The feet are parallel, the hands are on the hips. Okay, and now bring your left toes a little bit more towards the center, and then turn your right foot out. And now your feet are ready for our standing poses. Now bend your right knee. Inhale, bring the arms up. Turn the head, look over the fingertips. Okay, wait for your next inhalation and come up, straighten the knee, bring the arms up. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Repeat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop into warrior 2. One more time. And this time we're holding. Good. On the next inhalation, straighten just the knee. Keep the arms parallel to the ground. Okay. And then transitioning into our triangle pose. Reach forward over your right leg. and then rotate into triangle. Good, prepare for coming up. So bend that right knee just a little bit, firmly press into your right foot. And from here, bring yourself up. Good, release the arms. Okay, staying here, continuing. So bend your right knee again, side angle bend. Elbow on the right leg. Change the distance if you need to, drop the hips. It's up to you. See, if you want to challenge yourself, you can drop the hips down or maybe not so much. Okay, and then bring that left arm over the ear, creating one line from the left fingertips to the left outside of the foot. Push that left shoulder back. Head is neutral. Squeeze that mula bandha, root block. Good. On the inhalation, again, press into the right foot, come up, straighten the knee, release the arms. So let's keep the legs right where they are. I need to change a little bit. I need a little bit less distance between the feet for this next one. So see where your feet need to be for more stability. This is a reverse triangle. So bring your right arm up, and then on the exhalation, start sliding that left hand along the left leg, leaning sideways towards that left foot. As far as you can look straight ahead, you can look down if it works for you, maybe even look at the right hand. That will challenge your balance. Good, prepare for coming up on the inhalation. Come up. And release the right arm down and parallel the feet. Okay, now make sure we're going to be folding forward in between the feet. Make sure that your feet are not too far apart. Okay, definitely wider than shoulder distance apart, but not too wide. Okay, hands on the hips. Inhale, reach the chest up, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then on the exhalation, pushing the hips back. With the long spine, start folding forward slowly, slowly. Now pause, like halfway down, pause here. And then continue. You can actually stay right here. If that feels good, if that's what you need, stay right here. Or you can release the upper body in between the feet completely. Coming up, bend the knees, push into both feet and come up. Okay, let's take a moment here. Take your hands on the hips, close your eyes or lower your gaze. Just notice how your body is feeling. Okay, let's take it to the other side. Warrior two on the left. So turn your left foot out, adjust your back foot. So bring your right toes a little bit more towards the center, right? Okay, and then bend that left knee, adjust the distance between the feet as needed. Good, and then extend the arms. Turn the head, look at the left hand. Very strong. Tighten up that right leg. Drop the hips down a little bit. Okay, next inhalation, straightening the knee, arms come up. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Two more times with the breath. All right, and this time we're holding the pose. Next inhalation, straightening the knee, arms stay where they are. Triangle is coming up, so if you need to adjust your feet, please do so. I know I need a little bit less distance between my feet for triangle, right? Okay, and then reach with your left fingertips like you're trying to grab something over there, and then rotate. Okay, you are all familiar with the triangle pose. So see here, if you can bring any subtle adjustments to your pose. Listening to the body. Maybe tighten up somewhere just a little bit, maybe release somewhere where tension is not needed. Can look down in the front, or maybe even at the right hand. Okay, prepare for coming out of the pose, first mentally, then bend that left knee slightly, come up, release the arms, keep the feet as they are. All right, side angle bend. Bend that left knee. Don't let the knee go ahead of the ankle. We don't want that. Don't let the knee fall forward in front of you. So keep pushing that knee towards the pinky toe. Then rest your left elbow on the left leg. See if you can drop the hip a little bit more. And then the arms go, right arm goes over the ear. Chest is open. There's a little bit of a twist in the spine here, right? Okay, and then find comfortable position for your head. Okay, coming up, pressing into the left foot. Come up, straighten the knee, adjust the feet for a reverse triangle. So left arm comes up on the inhalation, and then on the exhalation, sliding that right hand on the right leg, bending towards your right foot. Good, come up, release, and parallel the feet. So we're going to come into the wide-legged forward fold once again. But this time I'm going to ask you to turn the toes out. Okay. Inhale, elongate, reach the chest up. And then on the exhalation, reaching the chest forward, reaching the hips back. Start folding forward slowly, slowly. And then release the hands down. Okay, Now let's lift up a little bit. The fingertips are still on the floor. And now walk your hands over to your right foot and then left hand either to the left ankle, foot, or anywhere on the left leg for our wide-legged twist. And then when you're ready, on the exhalation, twist to your right. You can bring the right arm up, or you can choose to have your right hand on the sacrum. Good. On the inhalation, come to center, airplane, arms out. Bring a little bit more weight to your toes. And on the exhalation, twist to the left. Next inhalation, center, airplane. Good. Now clasp the hands together in the back, or you can grab your strap. Now bring the big toes towards each other, so you're a little bit pigeon-toed for stability. And then fold forward again, lifting the arms behind you. Lift the shoulders away from the floor. Remember, you can bend your knees as much as you need. Good. Now release the hands. Bring them down. And bending the knees, come up. Okay, let's take the feet closer together and take a moment in the mountain pose. Let the breath come down. Okay, come down on hands and knees, please. Okay, so take yourself, you're facing the long side of your mat, and take yourself a little bit more to the right side of your mat so you can extend your left leg to your left side. Okay, so take your left leg out, the foot is flexed, and the left toes are lined up with your right knee. Hands on the hips. Okay, elongate. Engage the core. Engage the mula bandha. Lift up the perineum floor a little bit. Inhale, bring the arms up. And then lean away from your left leg. If you need to bring the right hand down for support, you can. But this is a really good position for strengthening the core muscles. On the inhalation, coming up, and then exhale, left hand on the left leg at a side bend to the left. Good, come up and release. Okay, the other side, so maybe you might want to move to the left side of your mat. Standing on the knees and then extending the right leg out. So your right toes are lined up with your left knee. Okay. Now engage the core, engage the abdominals, lift the root. Inhale, bring the arms up. And then lean away from the right leg. Again, if you can bring that left hand down for support. Good, come up. And exhale, right hand on the right leg, left arm over the ear, stretching the left side. Good, come up. Release the left arm and bring that right knee down. Come sit down, or we're actually transitioning to seated with the legs in front. So if you want to sit on your heels and then shift the hips to the side and then bring the legs forward, you can do that, or just come sit with the legs in the front. Right, and then we're gonna take the legs out, open. Again, there is no need to, go to your widest opening here, just where you're comfortable, okay? All right, so now shift from hip to hip, just finding your sit bone. Okay. All right, just a couple of times. And now let's bring the hands to the back, fingertips on the ground. This is just for guidance. This will help us keep the back straight. Okay, or we're next to the hips, just not forward, so the shoulders are open, okay? All right, so inhale here, elongating the spine. And then exhale, lean over the right leg. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward in the center, long spine. Inhale, come up. Exhale, over the left leg. Inhale, come up. Let's do it once again. Exhale. Long torso over the right leg. Inhale, come up. Let's do it to the left leg now. Exhale, reach the crown of the head away from the pelvis. Inhale, come up. And now bring your hands forward. The feet are flexed. And step, you take a couple of steps with your hand away from you. And then release the head and neck. Okay, now firmly press the hands into the floor and push yourself back. Hold this, breathe. Good. And then lift the head and step the hands back towards you. Come up. Okay. And I believe we are ready for our peak pose, Janu Sirsasana. Let's see if we are. Okay. All right. So I'm going to offer you a couple of variations. If this is okay with you, then bring that left foot into the right thigh. Another variation is keeping that left leg extended, and this is the one that I am going to do today. So you are either here or here, right? So we're going to be leaning towards the right leg, wherever you are. So inhale, elongate. Exhale, turn to your left leg. Right? So keep pointing the toes up. Good. And then from here, lean sideways over that right leg. Let's have the left hand on the sacrum. So there's a bend and a twist in the spine. Keep the chin neutral. Breathe. So your left sit bones, if your left sit bones wants to come up, it's fine, let it. You can stay right here or add a little bit of a chest stretch here, opening the left arm. And again, you can choose to stay right here or wherever you are, or maybe bringing that left arm over the head, and don't let it hang here. Just keep some tension in the left arm and look up from underneath your left upper arm, if that's okay with your neck. Otherwise, just make your head and neck comfortable. Good. Prepare mentally for coming up. And then on the inhalation, come up. Okay. Let's take a moment here, maybe a breath or two here in the symmetrical position, noticing, observing. Okay, and let's go to the next side. And probably doing the same variation as you did on the first side. So inhale, elongate, reach the crown of the head up. Exhale, turn to face your right leg. And then start leaning, right hand on the sacrum, leaning over the left leg. Push that right shoulder back. And the thing about this is, if you are just leaning just a little bit over the left leg, that's perfectly fine, because there's a good chance that your body will let you come down a little bit lower as the pose progresses. But there's no need. I mean, it's your pose, right? Okay. Now you can extend that right arm away, opening the chest a little bit more, or not. Maybe bringing the arm over the head. Letting your right sit bone come up if it wants to. Noticing the difference between the sides. Prepare for releasing the pose and then slowly come up. Okay, bend your knees. And bring your knees together using your hands. You will be lowering the back on the ground, so adjust yourself on your mat as needed. And then slowly, slowly, slowly lower down. And relax here. Take a couple of resting breaths here. Okay, if you have a block handy, grab your block and place it in between the thighs. If not, you can do it without the block. So squeeze the block with your thighs, inhale, lift the hips. Now, bring your tailbone up a little bit. So that happens when you engage the lower belly. So the buttocks extend to the back of the knees. The upper back is supported on the mat with the backs of the shoulders, not the head. Good. And lower down. Now, take the block or the book, whatever you have, anything that you have handy. For this one, it's really, you really do need something under your pelvis. And then Place the block at whatever height under your sacrum, that flat part of your back. For supported bridge, one of everybody's all-time favorite, right? Okay, and then you can bring the arms over the head or keep the arms down, just relaxing the arms. Close your eyes and enjoy. Just release the weight of the body into that support. You can take another variation of a supported bridge by extending the legs and the arms. Good. All right, let's bring the arms down. Let's bend the knees, push into your feet. Take the block out. Lower back on the ground. Just feel your lower back on the ground. Okay, the knees are bent. Now take the feet out to the sides of the mat. And with the breath, on the exhalation, bring the knees to one side. Inhale back up. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the knees down to the other side. So repeat a few more times with the breath, inhaling to center. Very slow exhale to side, very slow controlled movement. And next time your knees are down to one side, it does not matter which side, leave them there. Don't bring them up higher. Keep your knees down low. Close your eyes, relax. We're winding down, just a couple more closing poses. Breathe. Good. On the next inhalation, bring the knees back up. And exhale to the other side and relax here. Next inhalation, bring the knees back up. Okay. And now bring the knees into the chest. Leave the arms down on the ground for now. Okay, you can hug your knees now. You can stay right here. This is our wind relieving pose. Very useful, right? You can let your knees drop open to the sides of the rib cage. Or you can take your happy baby. Breathe. Okay, bring your knees together wherever you are, hug your knees, and then lift the upper body, reach your forehead to the knees. And release everything down. And start preparing yourselves for the relaxation. So gather the support. If you want a little bit of support under your head and neck, I find that even something lightly touching the back of my neck and the back of my head as I am lying down on the ground, relaxing, even that creates a support, even without putting any weight on that support. Just the feeling that something is there is soothing to the brain, I find. Okay. And also you can have a bolster under your knees if you wish. So take your time to make yourself comfortable. You can make your small movements while as you found your comfortable resting position. So you can move your fingers, toes, ankles, wrists, shoulders, maybe gently turning your head side to side to help relieve any tension in the neck and shoulders. Take your time, no rush. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to the back of the body and feel that firm support beneath you. The ground is safely supporting you, so release the weight of the body into the ground and let yourself relax and rest. Just for a few moments as we're finishing up the practice. Remind yourself there is nowhere to rush to right now. There's nothing to think about. Just for this next few moments. As you're finishing up your practice, as you're letting your body and your mind assimilate everything that has been done so far. And now bring your awareness to your breath and relax your breath. Relax everything around your breathing. Notice the quality of your breath. Is it deeper or is it a little bit superficial? Is it smooth or is there some jerkiness in the breath? Notice the transitions between the inhalation and exhalation. Are they flowing smoothly into each other or is there a pause between the breaths? Notice if there is a sound to your breath, if you can hear the breath in your head. Relax your abdominals, relax the chest. It takes a little bit of time for the body, the mind, and the breath to relax. Relax your belly, relax the chest. Relax the back of the body. And now notice the movement of the breath in the body. You might find that your belly is gently moving in and out with the deeper breath. And now feel as if your whole body is breathing. Every cell of the body is bringing in new, fresh energy with every inhalation. And with every exhalation, you're letting go of anything that you do not have use for anymore. Any wastes, toxins, or anything undesirable that you're ready to get rid of to make room for whatever you want to come in. In a few moments, we are going to come out of the relaxation. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Take a big breath in and out. And then start making your small movements, gently waking yourself up. And then when you're ready, bend your knees and roll over to one side, pausing there for a moment for a breath or two. And then when you're ready, come up into a comfortable seated position. Any comfortable sitting position where you can have a good posture in your upper body. So if you need to sit on something, please do so. We still want to keep the spine upright, shoulders down, away from the ears. So, yeah. Just make sure wherever you are, in whatever seated position you're in, make sure that you are not jutting your lower ribs forward. So shoulders over the hips, abdominals in, lower ribs in. And the chin is neutral. Okay, let's finish with the round of Nadi Shodhanam, the alternate nostril breathing. So if you're using the traditional gesture, fold your, let me see here, fold your index and middle finger down, and then open the other fingers, and you will use the thumb and the ring finger to open and close the nostrils. Okay, so ready? We're doing this breath to balance out the energy channels, so we're ready for the day, right? And also last little bit of invigorating ourselves. Okay, let's do it all together. So breathe, a deep breath in through both nostrils. Then close the right, sharp exhale through the left. Inhale, left. Sharp exhale, left. Inhale, left. One more exhale through the left. Now, 3 deep breaths with both nostrils open. Close your eyes. Okay, the other side. So we will be breathing through the right nostril, and this time on the exhalation, use your abdominal. So as you're exhaling sharply through the right nostril, pull the belly in, like we're doing in the breath of fire, okay? So deep, slow breath in through both nostrils. Close left, sharp exhale right. Squeeze the belly. Slow inhale through the right. Sharp, strong exhale through the right, belly in. And one more time. And then take 3 slow, deep breaths through both nostrils. Okay. Let's bring the hands to the heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.